of it.
Oh my goodness.
That's a flamethrower.
Is a flamethrower. You know.
Today we're going to talk about flamethrowers and US Marines because they kind of go together, or at least they used to. During the island hopping campaigns, Marines were notorious for their use of flamethrowers and napalm. Now, napalm was considered a heroic battlefield innovation during World War II, but actually became demonized during the Vietnam War. Here is some Vietnam footage. Now, you guys know I love the American military, so for a few moments, let's watch some legends kick some ass, shoot some guns, and shout hell yeah. After the war, US General Curtis LeMay wrote that in 1945, napalm scorched and boiled and baked to death more people in Tokyo on that night of March 9/10 than went up in vapor at Hiroshima and Nagasaki combined. This stuff was powerful and it was used widespread. Napalm wasn't used solely as an incendiary dropping from airplanes. It was also used in flamethrowers because it had 10 times the duration of other gelled fuels and 3 times the range. Now, we could have never taken the island without the flamethrowers, said Bill Henderson, a Marine who actually fought on Iwo Jima. Speaking to the weapon's effectiveness, it saved lives because it did not require men to go into caves, which were all booby-trapped and promised certain death to all who entered. You know, let's talk about the tunnel rats. Although they were incredibly effective in combat, flamethrowers were a huge target to the Japanese and had a 92% casualty rate. It was later reported that the average lifespan for a flamethrower operator was a mere 4 minutes. One of the most notable flamethrower operators served during World War II was Medal of Honor recipient Corporal Woody Williams. He single-handedly wiped out several Japanese pillbox positions during a 4-hour battle. He frequently returned to American lines to swap his anti-flamethrower packs for full ones and even braved a banzai attack.
Wait till they're close.
Fire versus bayonets. I'll let you use your imagination on that one, troops. Now, it was like fighting ghosts, he said. 1 minute the enemy was attacking and being killed, then they would disappear, including their dead. They were going underground into 16 miles of tunnels, which we didn't even know existed at the time, he said. Corporal Charles W. Lindbergh, who took part in the first raising of the Iwo Jima flag on top of Mount Suribachi, was a flamethrower operator who was awarded the Silver Star. He was part of the first wave of the 2nd Battalion, 28th Marines, who stormed within 10 to 15 meters of Japanese soldiers who engaged him with hand grenades, explosive charges, and small arms fire. Lindbergh himself exposed to take out several concrete enforced caves that contained as many as 70 enemy combatants. 70 people. In order to prevent the 92% casualty rate from rising, flame tanks added protection and duration to the operators. Now, the Marines from the 5th Battalion expended 10,000 gallons of napalm per day. And a later report of the effectiveness of the flame tank stated it was the one weapon that caused the Japanese to leave their caves and rocks, crevices, and run as far as they could. Now, just hearing that story makes me think about modern warfare and the provisions behind modern warfare, okay? We see on the news all the time, you know, horrendous things happening, but, you know, we're not seeing flamethrowers on the battlefields at this moment in time, okay? Now, these things were widely used by the friendly guys, the guys that I admire, the guys I have also served with, the US Marine Corps, and it wasn't until, you know, the 30, 40 years ago that these things were put out of service. It's quite crazy to think that flamethrowers were actually used on the battlefield, but it sounds like they were quite effective. But if you think about it logically, you know, if you're a flamethrower guy, yeah, you're going to cause a mass amount of damage, but you're definitely going to be a target to be taken out on the battlefield. So from a tactical standpoint, not the greatest weapon of choice, okay? There's easier ways to be able to do your job effectively. But being a flamethrower guy, what a job, guys.
Woo! There he goes. He's going to do it up first, and make a corkscrew, twist it around a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
That's a flamethrower.
Is a flamethrower. You know, and talk about heat.
You got to bleed it out real quick.
Okay.
Stop. I'm going to bleed down.
So that's going to get all the pressure off the tanks.
Bleeder's open. His
Bleeder's
flamethrower's
open.
now safe.